documentaries, when you want to do films, animation, you must apply this. And that's why when they say the best cinematographers, why? Because they apply the rules in their filmmaking. Right? Kalau kita dengar kan, the first award for filmmaker, for cinematographers, the best cinematographers for whatever film goes to, because that man applies 100% these rules. Okay? Alright. Next. Okay. When you want to do storyboard, there are 3 important key rules. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. First, camera angle. You must understand camera works. Camera angle. Number 2, okay, camera distance. Okay. Number 3, camera technique. Okay. So you want to draw a storyboard. Okay. Say that this is the level. Okay, 2/3. If this is the level for example the sea. Okay. You can actually see the island from a distance. So this is application to 2/3. You see that? Okay. This is what I call the level. Okay. In terms of camera distance, what do you call this? LS means long shot. Okay. So we talk about camera distance first. Yeah. So if you do close up, for example, if the eye, this is extreme close up, ECU, right? The camera goes really closer to the eye. Okay. This is close up, you can see the face. Example. Right? This is close up. CU, close up. ECU is extreme close up. So these are the application. Okay? What about medium shot, MS? You can actually see half. Okay? The head, and you can see half of the body of a person. So this is MS. Medium shot. Okay? Long shot, you will have the entire figure inside the frame with the man standing, for example. Alright? So this is the long shot. So to do storyboards, you must apply this. You know? So that the cameraman or the animators or whoever, they can understand what you are trying to say or what you want them to do. So every cameraman in the world will receive a storyboard. Then they know how to set up the camera for each angle, at what distance. Okay. Then we move to the camera, then camera angle. Camera angle, divided into what? Camera angle. Okay. So if this is the layout, angle can be from top. They call it bird's eye view. Okay? Bird's eye view, you can actually see, for example, things like this. You know, buildings. Okay? You can see roads. For example, if you are flying, right, you can see buildings. And there are small little shapes of houses or cities. They can see landscapes of the land. For example, this is from top. This is what we call top view. Top view can be anything. You can get the camera, as long as you are looking down, the camera is facing down, that is also a top view. Right? Okay. And then you have isometric, they call it isometric view, which is, something like that. At 30, we call it 60% or 30% angle. That's why every advertisement, you see the cars being shown at this angle, right? All the cars, and they show at this angle, isometric angle. So it's that the buyer, the viewer, whenever you see the brochures, can actually capture the entire shape of the car. So this is also one angle. Okay? From the bottom looking up, it's a worm's eye view. think that you're looking to the sky, looking up at ceiling, that is worm's eye view. As simple as that. So you apply all this. Anything from the side, side view. Anything from the front, front view. You have to write it down. You have to explain. Every time you draw, you must explain. There's a video and audio. What happened in the video? You can explain what happened in the angle in the video. Camera angle, camera distance there. And then audio, sounds that comes in. Whether the hero says something, whether the music comes in, whatever. Background music, main music, or maybe the singer will be doing some singing. So you have to explain under audio. Okay? So this is basically camera technique. Of course, you have panning. You know what is panning? Tracking. You have to explain the usage of the camera to the cameraman. So the cameraman will apply what you want them to do. Whether using computers or using the handheld camera, the HD camera. It's the same. So this is basic in SolidWorks. You must understand these three important things. Camera techniques, camera angles, and camera distance. So whenever you draw, apply the rules. Number one is the basic rules. Layout, the total. Then you draw. Then you explain. It does make sense to any production team. Right? So you don't have to explain to the team, what angle you want, I don't know. I'm the director, but you, the cameraman, do whatever you want. No, you cannot do that. You must explain to them in terms of technical. Then the cameraman will know what to do before the directors come in, before the actors or actresses come into the frame. The setting has been done as per the requirements, as per the specs. Okay. Any questions? Is that answer you? Okay.
When you have secrets, we break down to the story point. I mean the secret of the story.
Okay. Every scene, they have we call it. Every one scene, you have at least 12 shots. In filmmaking, they have this. What are scenes? What are shots? After this scene and after this shots. For example, this guitar, I need you to be the cameraman to shoot this guitar. You have 360 degrees. You can set the camera around it. You can do whatever you want to shoot this piece of guitar. But the problem is, which angle is the best? Is it from the front, from the side of the guitar, from the back of the guitar? Right. That depends on the requirements. So, shooting this guitar is one scene. This is a scene. Shooting different angles of the guitar, that is shots. We call it shots. Okay. Clear what is the difference between scene and shots? I want you to do scene about the guitar. You know you're going to shoot the guitar. But how many shots you want me to do? 12 shots. Close up of the head, close up of the guitar, the strings, maybe close up the body, maybe a long shot of the body, different angles, angle from the guitar. That is shots, different shots. Okay? So every director will ask you to do different shots. So that the editor can have different shots for the editing purposes. More shots means better, the movie will be better. Alright? Okay. Clear?
Yeah. Alright.